records dating back around 5 years. Let's shift our attention then. Fremine, were you able to find anything? Fremine.
Sorry. I was thinking about something. I managed to talk to quite a few people.
Strange.
Yeah, I mean...
Oh, those are two of the people that we met while delivering supplies!
That's to be expected, actually. Father brought us all here. As members of the House of the Hearth, we're also considered part of the Fatui. Certain members get older and realize they want something else for themselves. People like Chaplot and Foltz are loyal to Father and her vision.
These kinds of conflicts have...
Well, that's true. But it just feels... I can't say for sure.
You think she's been inciting them to act out?
No, not exactly. She's told me about it before. Experiments being run on children.
And they just believed all that?
Clairvy's words probably gave them the excuse they were looking for.
This is all
Whoa! What's this Project Stooge?
Sorry, but I'm not... I only know what Father has told us, which is that it's something the Rooster and Regrader have been working on together. Apparently, it has to do with the Fatui strategy. Because the House of the Hearth was so successful in obtaining the Gnosis, we now have the...
Wait, but isn't that a good...
Key role is just another way of saying dangerous role. To us, the whole... Father thinks so too, but she's in no position to refuse. Their plan isn't exactly unreasonable, and they've been... It's just that... we'll lose a lot of members in the process. Participating in the plan... it's an honor in name.
Okay, super complicated tops...
External pressure has a way of exacerbating internal strife. You can't overlook the power of... I thought resolving the Clairvy situation would make everything go back to... But it looks like things are more complicated than I thought. If we leave...
We can only focus on one situation at a time, brother.
You're right. Even if we... Well, it's getting late. Lynette, you stick with me this time. Fremine, keep a close eye on Filial and the others. Good work today, everyone. Have a good night, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Looking for... Hey, she's even scary when she smiles. If she were to actually get angry... Ooh, you have to protect Paimon if that happens, okay, Traveler? Trust is ever... Look! Look over there! Quick, let's catch up with her before anyone sees! Over there! Oh, where is she going? Oh, if someone sees her, we're toast! Oh, look! She stopped! Clairvy! Shh! I opened the window. Look how pretty the outside is.
If only I could have more than this. You probably think I'm being silly, huh? All this hopeless resistance.
Please, help us get on the same page here, Clairvy. We need you to tell us what you know. Can...
Sure. Everyone in this family is nothing more than a tool. As long as you're useful, you get to stick around. Lose your value. You're handed over to the doctor, experimented on, and given a fate worse than death.
You're saying the knave? It's just, that doesn't seem like...
Everyone thinks she's a good person.
Mother?
But she doesn't deserve that title. She's disgraced it, and if only Perry were here, she'd understand.
Perry. Also, Paimon's getting it almost feels like she's not really here with us. Paimon can't tell if she's actually talking to us or if she's mistaken us for someone else. Well, in any case, it seems like she looks so young.
It's getting windy. Ooh, look at the moon. Isn't it pretty? Hey, wanna hear a secret? Perry and I promised each other, but I can't find her. I'm worried she's also been... No, that wouldn't happen to her. She's special. Mother likes her. I should really go talk to Mother, but we just fought. She doesn't want to see me. What should I do?
Paimon really... Well, let's head back. We've got an early morning tomorrow.
All right, looks like we're all here. Let's go ahead with the plan.
Oh? What is it?
What makes you ask that?
Well, we met the doctor back in Sumeru. He's super dangerous.
It's possible that Father and the Doctor have had certain... We're not really on the same side, so there's not a lot of trust. I did hear, though, that when Father first became a Harbinger, the Doctor offered to work with the... Father rejected most of his proposals, except for one.
Secret experiment? Could...
I don't think so.
I don't know any details about the experiment itself, but I do know it's an entirely independent operation. The details of the experiment are confidential, but complete records are kept on all participants. That doesn't seem to be the case with the situation. I know you don't agree with some of the Fatui's...
Alright, that's good to hear at least. Clary seems to think the Knave and the Doctor worked together to do something horrible. It's just that... It doesn't seem like Claire... The easiest thing to do would be just ask the Knave directly, but...
Father didn't come back last night. She's probably still near the shore. We'll be counting on you to distract her. Lynette, you're with me. Fremine, all right.
Where are we going today?
Let's try somewhere for...
Useless!
Ah, it's you two again. I must say, perhaps if you had less on your mind. So what are you planning to do now? Catch up on some sleep? Or should I... Although I must profess to being curious. Without child here, how do you plan on distracting?
Us? Distract!
Looks like... Don't worry. I'll be sure to steer clear of any...
The ocean breeze...
Children always think they can hide things from the grown-ups. But nothing well, I'll leave you to think things over. If you're so inclined, meet me outside the Palais Mermonia. Good things come to children who do as they're told.
What should we do? She clearly knows about everything we've been doing, and Paimon doesn't think it'd be a stretch to... Oh, good idea. Oh, well, we should probably head to the Palais Mermonia. Paimon doesn't want to find out. Okay, then we...
Seeing as we still have some time before my meeting, I'm glad to see you get along with my—
You're not planning on...
I assume you're referring— Although, there's that situation— No matter. I'm not one to discriminate. All those who betray the house meet the—
Does that mean you're going to kill them?
Oh, are you here to beg for their lives?
But don't you care about...
Any organization, and perhaps I can offer you this consolation at least, as our— I would imagine Linny, Lynette, and Fremine will— As for Filial, Nantoy, and the others, I'm afraid there's little I can do. They can try to escape, but once you know our secrets, there's no getting out.
But that...
Ah, you seem concerned. If Linny and the others manage to dispose of Claire V in the meantime, all evidence of their wrongdoing— If their efforts are unsuccessful, on the other hand, all will be held accountable. Of course. Oh, and here, I believe it takes a considerable amount of time to train a bird like this. It would be such a pity if you were to lose—
Wait, where did you get that?
Well, I'm afraid that's all the time we— I asked you to meet me here because I have business at the Palais Mermonia. Well, time to go. It's been a while, Monsieur. I must say, I wasn't expecting my meeting request to be
It is only right that an esteemed diplomat, although if I may speak plainly, I must confess that I did not anticipate— I see you brought the Traveler and Paimon with you as well. If I may inquire—
I'll be departing Fontaine shortly. It requires a rather lengthy explanation, I'm afraid. So I took the liberty of explaining everything in this—
I understand your request.
I heard you have a certain fondness for water tasting. A family is like a large body of water. As someone who watches over them— Of course, objectively speaking, I know this is impossible. Most of the rivers will dry up. Not all rivers are destined to reach the ocean. But I would not see their existence rendered meaningless.
Did you get any of that, Traveler?
Your words paint an optimistic picture indeed. Allow me to—
It may have been tainted at one point in time, but not to worry.
I seem to recall there being a transactional—
If you accept my proposal, Monsieur Neuvillette, I will gradually withdraw my forces from Fontaine, and, unless absolutely necessary, I will no longer carry out—
I presume I can take your words to mean that, in the future, cases similar to the Tartuffe assassination will cease to—
Tartuffe. Ah, that thief, of course. If you accept my proposal, Monsieur Neuvillette.
You choose your words carefully indeed.
My thanks for your generosity. Well, with that settled, we should be going now. I took the liberty of bringing along 2 bottles of spring water from Snezhin—
Indeed. I trust you would not overlook your commitment in the meantime.
All right, Traveler Paimon.
I believe I've told you before that my emotions... Yet in the few meetings I've had with that Harbinger, I haven't been able to sense... It's unclear whether this is her natural state of being, or whether it's an incredible strength of will that gives her the ability... I do not expect an explanation as to why you two are by her side.
What exactly were you talking? Paimon only heard you mention...
You really want to know? I would imagine...
Winnie... Paimon really hopes everything... Oh! Paimon recognizes that look! You've got your thinking cap on...
Oh, shoot. Are you alright? Oh, jeez. I'm so sorry. I was so focused on selling these... well...
Oh, you don't have to...
Please, I want to. It's not like I'm sure... It's my fault, really. I was just trying to bring home some extra mora for the family, but I bit off more than I can chew.
What's going on here?
Nothing much. I just ran into your...
Hold on.
Of course, I'm happy.
I'll take 3 papers.
Oh! Thank you for your patron. If only I had the chance to run into such generous customers every day. I should probably just...
Well, now that my affairs are settled, we should take the boat back to Poisson. We...
Actually, Paimon just realized how hungry she is. She can't head back to Poisson.
It appears you two are under the impression that delaying our return will somehow alter the... That being said, I could be persuaded to give Linny some extra time. If you agree to my request, I'll even answer some of your questions. You're quite curious about Claire V, are you not? And my relationship to her.
Wait, why are you being...
You overestimate yourself. You don't have the talent for bad things.
Then what can you possibly...
The most important consideration in a negotiation is that both sides receive some... Wonderful. When the time comes, make the choice that you deem most appropriate in the situation.
Okay, sounds...
That is for you to decide. Then we have a deal. Follow me.
Useless! Useless!
this place?
Somewhere long forgotten by everyone. No one comes here anymore. Nor does anyone. It was before I became a harbinger. And before Linny and the others joined the House of the Hearth. Due to certain events, I first killed Claire.
You were the one that killed Clairvy?
Patience now. Allow me to explain Clairvy's side of the story first. Clairvy was 6 years old when she was brought by her mother, Crucibina, to live in the House of the Hearth. From the outside, Crucibina was the knave at that time, and the House of the Hearth was under her. Clairvy was happy here. For a time.
Purgatory?
Exactly. The House of the Hearth takes in war orphans from all over Tevat. But as for how to raise, Crucibina came up with a novel idea. She would teach the children to fight. It's difficult to estimate the number of children who died or were maimed in the process. There's little. They would be handed over to the doctor to be experimented on, or sent away on dangerous.
So those were the experiments You said that Clairvy was Crucibina's daughter.
Despite being Clairvy's mother, Crucibina cared little for her daughter. She forced Clairvy to join the House of the Hearth. Clairvy did try to convince her mother to change her ways, but it was to no avail. After her efforts failed, the only other option, of course, there was one exception. Someone Clairvy's age, who knew the truth about the House of the Hearth.
Wait, the friend...
Friend, huh? Clairvy was a cheerful and passionate person with a tenacious spirit. Peruana, on the other hand, was rather cold. Her cold-blooded nature allowed her to see through Crucibina's facade. Yet, it was also this... Despite their differences, the two became fast friends. United by their knowledge, there may have been a certain naivete to her ideas, but Clairvy proved her determination many times over. She tried countless times to run away, ask for help, or expose the truth. But her efforts only earned her beating after beating. The only thing that kept her going was her strength. Even with her body racked with pain, she would still stand on her tiptoes and open the window at night. She and...
Oh no.
Her hopelessness resulted from a culmination of things. 10 years had passed. 10 years worth of failure after... It was during this time that Peruana suggested a new plan. If escaping was out of the... Clairvy rejected that proposal. She claimed that, as a famous harbinger, Clairvy never gave another reason, but Peruana could see it written all over her face. If she couldn't escape and fight back, precisely. Death was the only way that she felt she could... It happened during a duel. When she arrived at the dueling ring that day, her partner turned out to be none other than Peruana. The very person that had... From that moment on, Peruana's journey was one written in flame. It was the very result she had predicted 10 years prior. Even then, she believed she would make it. She was unsettled. And there was only one thing that could quell that sensation. Perhaps you two would like to take a guess.
Crucibina, you mean?
Correct. This is the place where Peruana killed her best friend. A mere year later, this is also the place where she fought tooth and nail to kill the mother they shared. The moment she acted, any conception of what was right or wrong ceased to matter. Peruana won the battle, and became a harbinger herself. After which Her Majesty...
So the Perry Clairvy was talking about... It was you all along. Your
I left that name behind long ago. After I defeated Crucibina, the moniker of Mother died with her. And that is where the story ends.
Yeah. Based on what you just...
I suppose you could call her an illusion born of flame. Her You see, a certain power runs through my veins. It's not, of course. The chances of those shadows morphing into a sentient entity are exceedingly slim. Clairvy died when she was 16 years old. But what emerged from the flames was her 6-year-old self. Memory is a mysterious thing indeed. Losing a portion of your memories will alter...
No wonder Paimon got such a weird feeling when—
Perhaps I should put it this way. Clairvy is...
So if all of that is true, then you
Indeed. She's a rather... But other times, she would hide. Shadows don't have the capacity to learn or grow. Your attempts to expose Clairvy to sunlight. They failed, yes? But... no matter. All I have to do is kill her again, and all will be resolved. I don't
Wait! Paimon can understand what you might want. So what if she's trapped in her 6-year-old self? She's still your friend! At least talk to her first!
It's too late for that. She broke the rules, and now she must be punished. That goes for Filial and Nantoy as well. She said, I hope you understand. The difference between Crucibina and myself lies in our formulation of the rules, not our policy for...
Is this really what you want to do?
Whatever could you mean?
Don't you want to say a proper goodbye at least?
Whether as a killer or as a father, there are two things that must be avoided at all costs. Anger and sorrow. Anger makes you impulsive. Well, it appears it's about time to proceed. I do believe I've kept my end of the deal. I gave your friend...
Here they are, Father.
Oh, you gonna execute him?
Lenny!
I'm sorry. I heard about how you helped buy us more time, but I still failed. I couldn't find a way to fulfill...
Huh? Are you... Perry?
Indeed, it's been a while, Clairvy.
Perry!
Shh. Stay right there. I'm sorry to postpone our reunion, but first, I believe certain scores need settling.
Father, let me explain.
Out of my way.
Father!
You chose to conceal a threat to the house. And for that. Overall, however, I suppose your wrongdoing is hardly the most egregious of the bunch, so I'll deal with your punishments later.
By traitors?
Father, let me explain. We didn't mean...
Fultz, why don't you share what...
Yes, Father. Secret midnight meeting number 3. Nantoy clearly said, if only Father wasn't the one who took his... Sato added, I'm sick. Filial was the worst of them all. She called...
I did not! You're lying! Fultz...
It's not like I'm the only one who heard those things. After that, you and Toddy and a bunch of... We're birds locked in a cage!
You little... You just want me gone, don't you? What did I ever do to you, huh? And you, Sheplo? Have you forgotten who stood by your sickbed, watched over you?
You're wrong, Filial. We don't want you to die. You're our...
Liar. You wouldn't be doing this if...
We all live in the House of the Hearth. A single betrayal can cost dozens of us our lives. It's not like... That's why the House of the Hearth cannot tolerate any form of betrayal. Ever since we...
You've been spying on us for half a...
Filial, Nance, I owe you both my life. If this were any other situation, I would do anything to repay that kindness.
Why?
That's enough, Filial. We made a mistake. And I'm sorry, Sheplo.
Sheplo, according to the rules of the house...
All those who betray the house pay with their lives.
And so it shall be.
Father, please wait!
Something you want to say?
Please reconsider, Father. We all come from broken families. From the very first day we joined, but the truth is, none of us know what a real home should look like. I'm not saying I have all the answers. All I know is this. Killing Filial and the others may uphold the rules, but doing so will only bring us further away from being a real family than we've ever been. So please, Father, please, reconsider.
I agree with Linny.
Father, please. Linny, you... I also agree with Linny.
An order once given. However, given the extent of your determination, I suppose we shall have to go about
Our weapons?
Father, are you referring to a duel?
precisely. The rules of the house will. However, resolving disputes with a duel is also one of our rules, one that also applies to me. Demonstrate a sufficient showing of strength, and I shall offer a concession.
Wait. Beat Father in a duel?
Impossible. Father is way too Did you hear that, Traveler? Lynn and the others have to duel the knave. What should we... If they lose those...
Don't you want to say a proper goodbye?
Anger makes you impulsive.
Oh. Looking at that expression on her face, she seems really serious about this.
When guests are around, families are often on their best.
When the time comes, make the choice that you deem most appropriate in the situation, and lend your help.
What's wrong, Traveler? Hey, where are you going?
Traveler?
You're asking to join the duel against the knave?
I'll allow it. We do have a ready-made dueling ring at our disposal, after all. All I would advise is this. Keep a firm grasp on your weapon, and give it your all. Any less, and you may just lose your life. Spare your energy. Running is of little use.
Neutralizing threat!
Our bond is strong!
Watch out for Father's movements!
Is it my turn now? With these rising flames! Is it my turn now?
Stand with me!
Father's even stronger than I expected.
Worthless! Is it my turn now?
Here! Try to pace yourself!
With the fall of darkness, destruction shall rise. Spare your energy. Running is of little use.
Now our chance!
Look at you. Trapped like a bunch of helpless animals.
Are you alright?
Disappear! Worthless! Here! Worthless! Here!
Look at you. Trapped like a bunch of helpless animals.
Worthless! Here! I really have to draw my blade. Precision strike! Watch out for Father's movements!
Not bad. You've proven to be a worthy opponent after all.
Let it rain.
Father's even stronger than I expected. Dead with...
Seared away. My blade is all that remains.
I'll settle this.
Leave the wounded to me! Lament! Worthless! Here!
Your punishment made manifest.
Retribution! Now's our chance!
Over here!
The sun and moon have set.
That's
Only
cheating.
ruin remains.
I'll race you there.
All hope has been extinguished.
Watch out for Father's movements! Look out!
Useless. Let's see how strong your resolve truly is.
Now's our chance!
Over here!
For it!
You should know better than to crowd in one place.
Oh, I know.
Now! I'm sorry, Father!
Sorry for what? This pitiful excuse for an attack.
Father, no!
Made it out, did you? You're stronger than I expected.
A crimson moon? I can't move.
Still, not strong enough to beat me. I believe we can end things here. It's not often...
Brother! Lenny!
Given that I am the victor of this duel.
No!
I never thought things...
However, everyone involved in the duel demonstrated a remarkable level of strength and determination. In light of... Elwar, the bottled flames I gave you for safety...
Yes? I wasn't sure what they were for.
Wonderful. Then...
Bottled flames?
Indeed. They're the product of a secret experiment. Under certain special circumstances, once ingested, searing pain will spread across every inch of your body. No harm will come to you physically, but your memories will be burned if you can withstand the pain. When you awake, you'll... In other words, administering this concoction will kill the version of you... Memory is a mysterious thing.
So, you're just...
You misunderstand. Memories are extremely important. Once consumed by flame, the version of you standing before me will die.
Even so... I'm sorry, Father. I'm sorry I let you down. But I really...
Don't cry, Phil. You haven't left the house yet, so there are still rules to be followed, yes? Remember what I taught you. Anger makes you impulsive, sorrow causes you to waver.
Of course.
Dry your tears.
Yes, Father.
Chaplot, Fultz, Elwar, I prepared 3 extra vials of bottled flames. Goodbye, children. The next time we meet, I will thank you for all you've done.
Father.
Let's go.
Here, grab my arm, Lenny.
Thank you.
Clairvy.
Can we talk now? You really are Perry, aren't you? Wait, did I...
Neither. You died, Clairvy. That's what happened.
You could have at least sugarcoated it a little. Look, she said speech. Huh? That's it?
Yep. Plus, I don't really need to know why I'm like this. Can you tell me about...
You never stopped trying. At first, no one believed you. You could only vent your... Later on, you tried to run away, but you were brought back each time. Mother spared you. Still, you never gave up. But you called on everyone to unite. You tried everything you could think of, but every attempt ended in failure. Still, you never... For the last 16 years of my life, I've done everything I can to fight for freedom.
I never imagined I would say something like that. I must have been feeling real, but somehow, I still think I understand. If I could do it all over again...
Is that so? But as the head of the House of the Hearth, and as the children... It's something I discussed with the Eudex of Fontaine. The children who want to leave the house will have their memory... Of course, I won't simply hand freedom to them on a silver platter. They have to fight for it.
That's more than enough. You know, Perry, I think you're pretty amazing. I'm really happy that you're the one who took over the house. I guess I do have one regret, though. I still haven't seen the outside world.
Well, it just so happens that our dear guests over here have been to many nations and traveled to countless places. Perhaps they would be willing to...
Really?
Of course! We've traveled...
You know, I like playing the lute while singing into the winds of freedom. Those yokai, I once saw a drawing of this one guy with horns on his head and a super scary face. Are there any yokai like that?
Oh, sounds like you're talking about an Oni. Yep.
Ah, that's where if I had some Mora, it's just too bad Perry doesn't like wearing dresses. And Mother, she I was always too afraid to skip it at the... I'm just...
The situation was super dangerous. Lenny and Lynette were accused of committing a crime, and they were going to have to stand trial at the Opera Epicles.
Oh no, that must have been hard for all of you. What happened next?
Don't worry, we were able to turn the situation around super quickly, all thanks to Detective Paimon.
How'd you do that? Come on, tell me.
Ahem.
Shadows don't have the capacity to learn or grow. And... Clairvy, you've worked tirelessly from the shadows to overthrow the House of the Hearth. Now, by my authority as the Knave, I shall announce how this matter ends. You are hereby expelled from the House of the Hearth. You are no longer tied to this place, nor are you bound by its rules.
You're saying that I can finally leave? I get to experience the outside world as well? Oh, I almost forgot. There's no getting older for me. Still, seeing who you grew up to be makes me really happy, Parallel. Take care of yourself. Goodbye.
May we meet again someday.
Clairvy. She left so soon. Paimon didn't even get to finish her story.
I also have certain sentiments left unsaid. I wanted to tell her that the Aurora, but a shadow's memories reset at dawn. Whatever regrets may linger.
Father?
It's Linny! Hey, Linny! What is he doing back here? Let's...
Father, the bottled flick...
And you?
Thank you for giving us that choice, Father. Lynette and Fremine feel the same way.
I'm sure you're well aware of the expectations I have for you. I want you to follow in my footsteps, and I must admit, I'm rather surprised by your decision to stay. There's nothing wrong with choosing to live a quiet life. Leading this...
I just... never understood.
You're brave, talented. You would do anything to protect...
Speaking up back there was so brave of you, Linny. It's all—
You're a hero, Linny.
Hero? Father is the real hero. Had Father gone all out during... I'm not deserving of that title.
You're wrong. In my opinion, all you need to be deserving of the throne. We may have different ideas of what it means to be a family, even without that strength. You still chose to face me in a duel, even though the—
Father.
No one knows what the future holds, what tragedy or triumph may be in. If reaching a certain standard were required to go after what you want, I would never have succeeded in— Strength may decide the ultimate victor, but those who let a lack of strength dictate their decisions or undermine their convictions will never be worthy of the throne.
I understand,
Children must grow up to surpass their parents. The road ahead is not—
You've done so much for me, Father, and that kindness must be repaid. Plus, with Project Stuja protecting my
Then you're welcome to stay. As for Project Stuja, you need not be too having members who longed for the light was our organization's last weakness. With those members no longer among our ranks, the House of the Hearth is like at present. Our imperative is to use their plan to our advantage. In doing so, a crimson moon shall rise amid the frigid blizzards of winter. No demonstration of loyalty shall go unrewarded, and no sacrifice shall be in vain. As for the two of you, whether we meet again as friend or foe, no matter how arduous the journey ahead, I hope—
Didn't Linny say that Lynette and Fremine were recovering at the Hotel Bouffe d'été? Oh, Paimon wonders how they're doing. Maybe... Lynette? Fremine? How are you feeling?
Much better.
Whew, what a relief.
What about you? Are you feeling alright?
I knew you'd come out unscathed. Us, on the— Oh, Linny and the other members have left Poisson and returned to the House of the
I see.
Father came to check up on us 2 days ago and told us about what happened with Crucibina and Clairvy.
Wait, what? You've met the former knave?
Crucibina died a year after Clairvy. It was during the year between their deaths that I joined. Crucibina had an extremely cruel and radical— When I joined, though, the experiment she valued so much had already come to an end, and all the people involved, dead and injured alike, were gone. A couple of months after I joined, Father killed Crucibina and burned—
Father took in Linny and me a couple months after that, but she never mentioned it.
The last time you talked to her, did she—
She said she didn't want us to be affected by the darkness of the past. The foundation of a family should be free of any corrupting influence. That's what Father told us in the—
But I still thanked her for everything. It was only after hearing about what If Father hadn't taken over the House of the Hearth, I probably would have already—
Father rarely brings up the fact that she saved us. She doesn't believe that being in— But even if we didn't, we may have arguments or times when—
Whether the path before us is bathed in— So I wanted to say thank you for helping us make it through this crisis.
Oh, we didn't do anything, really.
Of course.
Are Philly?
I actually saw them at a they didn't recognize me. From what I could tell, they seemed happy.
Ad Astro. Thank you for